امام موزمبيق فزنا 1-0، ولكن الاداء لم يكن جيدا. تكلمنا عليه وكنا في استوديو مع سامي،
صحيح.
يعني تكلمنا صحيح نتيجه مهمه معنويا، مهمه يعني،
ولكن الاداء غير مقنع،
ولكن الاداء لم يكن مقنع. لهذا قلت لك كانت ممكن تكون في حلول اخرى، لانه يمتلك الادوات. عندك اللاعبين، لو اليوم ما عندكش لاعبين وعندك مصابين اوكي، حتى بعض اللاعبين تدربوا مع المجموعه في الاسبوع الاخير، حتى زقرانا تدرب مع المجموعه، فيه لاعبين ممكن يكون حلول، ممكن افضل وممكن يكون مخطئ. هذه التشكيله راح تؤدي اللي عليها ويكونوا يعني رجاله في ارضيه الميدان ويفوزوا في مباراه اليوم. اهم شيء اليوم هو التاهل.
تمام.
لكن يلزم طريقه كيف تتاهل، لازم طريقه لعب، يلزم خيار تكتيكي لكي تفوز.
طيب هعود اليك في بعض الاسماء، انطلاقه تعقيب على بعض الاسماء، ساعود اليك في اسم مهم ايضا ولعب اساسيا مع خالد بن، لكن اذهب لهيثم للحديث عن يانجا افريكانز وكيف يتعامل ايضا مع مباراه اليوم، خصوصا انه يلعب على خيار واحد وهو الفوز ولا غيره، فكيف يتعامل مع هذه المباراه امام فريق من اقوى خطوط الدفاع في البطوله هو فريق مولودية الجزائر؟
اعتقد انه يانج افريكان عنده خط هجوم جيد، عنده يمتلك السرعات، وعنده خيارات في التسديد في الكرات الثابته، فعنده تنوع في انه
انا بتحدث عن كيف يتعامل تكتيكيا مع اللقاء.
يتعامل تكتيكيا في انه يضغط على دفاع مولوديه، الضغط على دفاع مولوديه حيستغل الفرص هنا وسرعه التحول مع المهارات الفرديه، قادر يصل لمرمى مولوديه. عنده التسديد من برا، ده طرق من طرق اللعب التكتيكيه اللي انت ممكن تحرز بها هدف، وبيجيد عزيز كي.
عزيز كي
جيد جدا في التسديد، جيد جدا في انه بيلعب ال1 2 والخروج في المساحات الفاضيه، قادر يساعده في انه يحرز اهداف. دفاع مولوديه عليه الحذر واللعب، يعني يلعب دائما من اجل تقليل الاخطاء، يلعب في ينقل الكره لنص النص الملعب الاخر اللي هو نص الشباب التنزاني، لانه هنا في خيارات كثيره. الشباب التنزاني حيجي مباراه وبادر مباراه وهو ضاغط عليك في نص ملعبك، فحيكون محتاج انه يحرز هدف من بدايه المباراه من اجل الدخول لاجواء المباراه.
طيب الظهيرين تحديدا حميدي هو الانسب في المباريات الماضيه، هو لعب المباراه الماضيه، المباراتين السابقتين ومباراه اليوم سريعا.
خالد تفضل. حميدي ممكن، حميدي ممكن لانه فزنا في المباراه الاخيره وهو اللي كان اساسي، ولكن انا في مباراه اليوم افضل موالي، لان بالنسبه لي المباراه المرجعيه لمولوديه الجزائر كانت في التيبي مازامبي على ارضيه ميدانه، وكنا افضل في عمليه الضغط، كنا افضل في عمليه افتكاك الكره وفي الاستحواذ على الكره وفي صناعه الفرص، لان التحولات السريعه كانت افضل. مباراة اليوم تحتاج إلى هذه التحولات السريعة، وتحتاج إلى لاعبين خاصة على الأطراف، لازم على الأطراف تدافع جيدا وتستغل الأطراف من الجانب الهجومي، ما تفكرش إلا في الدفاع. لو فكرنا إلا في الدفاع راح نتقبل أهداف. نفكر في الدفاع ونفكر أيضا في افتكاك في الكرة الأولى التي تخرج في اللعب المباشر.
تمام.
هذه هي مهمة. معركة وسط الميدان مهمة جدا في مباراة اليوم، خاصة الأطراف من كما تكلمنا.
تمام. شكرا رفيق صيفي، شكرا هيثم مصطفى. إذا بالتوفيق إن شاء الله. مباراة طبعا مازيمبي والهلال بتعليق الزميل منتصر الأزهري، ومباراة يانجا أفريكانز ومولودية الجزائر بتعليق الزميل حفيظ دراجي. بعد الفاصل إلى دراجي والتعليق على أحداث الشوط الأول من المباراة.
أنا نحلل واش نشوف. لعبوا جيد، نقول لعبة مولودية لعبة جيدة، صحيح تكون نتيجة إيجابية. أهم شيء اليوم
صحيح.
هو التأهل، لأن عندما تتأهل للأدوار الأخرى تختلف الأمور، ولكن عندما لا تتأهل ما نتمناش إن شاء الله تكون الأمور صعبة.
صحيح.
مهم جدا معنويا التأهل في مباراة اليوم. مثل ما قلت لك 4-3-3 كانت فيه خيارات، كانت امام تيبي مازامبي وخارج الديار، وكانت طريقه لعب اللي لعبنا بها 4-2-3-1. كان ممكن اليوم ممكن كان يكون بن خماسه دراوي امامهم بوراس، او تلعب بهذا الثلاثي، لانه تابتي في صناعه اللعب والاستحواذ على الكره جيد، ولكن مباراة اليوم ليست مباراة تابتي.
حضور جماهيري كبير للمولودية كمان هو في الملعب.
تكون مباراة تابتي، يكون في نصف ساعة الأخير يعطيك إضافات. الجمهور تعودنا عليه في أي مكان يتنقل،
والله شيء عظيم
هذا الجانب. يعني دائما
المساند
لفريقه دائما حاضر، ودائما يشجع بالإمكانيات اللي يقدر عليها. تقريبا 1200 مناصر على الأقل تشوف وتنظر هذو المناصرين. بالنسبة لماذا قلت لك مباراة لاعبين، ولكن قبل ما تكون مباراة لاعبين ومباراة رجولية ومعركة تكتيكية وبدنية خاصة في وسط الميدان، لأنه قوة هذا الفريق في وسط الميدان وفي الأطراف. طيب. يعني الأجنحة.
سنعود سنعود اليك بالتفصيل بعد هذه الاطلاله حول التشكيله. طبعا حضور جماهيري جيد من فريق مولوديه الجزائر، مشارين الى حد ما اكثر من 1500 مشاهد متابع ومساند لجماهير المولوديه في ملعب المباراه، ملعب طبعا بنيامين مكابه في العاصمه دار السلام في تنزانيا. طبعا بالاضافه لحضور جماهيري كبير من جماهير يانجا افريكانز في هذه المباراه الذي ليس امامه الا الفوز في هذا اللقاء. هيثم، هذه طبعا مباريات مولوديه الكاس او في بطوله دوري ابطال افريقيا، فاز خارج ملعبه في 6 مباريات وتعادل في 4 ولم يخسر الا مباراه واحده. هذه قوه لمولوديه الجزائر خارج ملعبه.
بالطبع انه بتورينا انه فريق بيمتلك خبرات عاليه ولاعبين اصحاب مستوى عالي، بيمتلك منظومه دفاعيه جيده في كل المباريات اللي شفناها، في انه فيه هدفين رغم انه في البطوله الى الان، فده بيدل على انه عنده خط دفاع ممتاز او منظومه دفاعيه كامله للفريق بتظهر بشكل جيد مع اختلاف اللاعبين. اعتقد انه شاهدته في مباراتين الهلال، لكن المباراه الثانيه تحديدا انه الجانب البدني الشوط الثاني كان فيه مشاكل، تغيير المدربين، افكار المدربين بين مدرب ومدرب واثناء البطوله واثناء اللعب اكيد بتغير في من لاعب للاعب خياراتك، فدي عندها تاثيرها. مباراه اليوم هي ما فيها حلول كثيره غير انك انت تدخل المباراه من اجل هدف واحد، انك انت تتاهل، واسهل طريق شوفوا في مباراه اليوم انه دفاع يانج افريكان فيه مشاكل كبيره جدا.
صحيح.
منظومه الدفاع خصوصا قلبين الدفاع، فبايزيد لاعب سريع عنده سرعات،
هجومهم
هجوم
افضل لكن في مشكله
هجوم افضل، لكن عندهم بطء في لاعبين الارتكاز اللي هو مدثري
يعني قبل مثل
واوشو.
قبل ما تفكر في
تفكر تعمل
تهاجم،
لازم تهاجم.
طيب هذه ارقام يانج افريكانز في ملعبه، ارقام غير جيده، لعب 12 مباراه، فاز في 9، خسر 3 مباريات، لم يتعادل. هذه الخسائر منهم خساره طبعا في ملعبه في دوري المجموعات، 3 خسائر في كافه البطولات في ملعبه، دليل على ان الفريق في ملعبه ليس بالجيد بشكل كبير.
فريق جيد، هو امكانيات لاعبين بيلعبوا بمستوى ممتاز، عندهم مهارات عاليه وعندهم اداء يعني من اكثر الفرق بيعتمد على الاستحواذ ومهارات اللاعبين الموجودين، عزيز كي ومدثر يحيى واوشو، لكن المشكله انه في سرعه الارتداد بتاعت فريق الشباب، انه عنده مشكله كبيره في خط الدفاع في لحظه تقدمهم، في فراغات كبيره في الخلف، والضغط الجماهيري انه عندهم جماهير كثيره جدا ما يقدروا يتعاملوا معاه امام جمهورهم، ده على مولوديه انه استغلاله خصوصا بدايه المباراه، استغلال الجيد، الهجوم بشكل جيد مع التوازن الدفاعي ومع سرعه التحولات قادره تخلق فرص كثيره لفريق مولوديه، اللي هو انا عنده مشكله كبيره. رفيق ما اعرف تتفق معي ولا، انه في بطء في التحول، ودي بتعمل مشكله كبيره. انت محتاج في مباراه اليوم عكسها، انك يكون في سرعه في التحول من اجل انك انت تصل المباراه.
نتكلم على المولوديه.
نعم
صح، ولهذا لماذا قلت لك انا افضل بوراس من خماسه وضراوي في وسط الميدان.
يعني انت لك تعقيب على التشكيله،
المباراه تختلف، لا خيارات،
سرعه اللاعبين
تبقى خيارات، ممكن خيارات،
لكن انت
خالد بن يحيى
رجل مدرب، انت مدرب ومدرب جيد كمان،
انا اعطيك رايي،
لكن انت رايك الفني ان التشكيله فيها بعض الاخطاء.
رايي الفني انا قلت لك انا اضيف لاعب في وسط الميدان اللي يعتمد على افتكاك الكره واللعب المباشر.
يعني انت كنت تريد اللعب بين خماسه ودراوي ومعهم بوراس،
معهم بوراس، لان تعتمد على اللعب السريع، افتكاك الكره والتحول سريع للامام. مع كابتي لا، العكس، فيه بعض الاحيان خيارات. انا خياراتي كيبري افضل من مسوسه على الجانب الجهه اليسرى، يعطيك كيبري متعود على اجواء افريقيا ومتعود على اللعب في بايزيد. خيار صحيح، مزياني نفس الشيء، هذا الثلاثي بالنسبه لي اللي كنت نخيره، كيبري بايزيد مزيان. المشكل في وسط الميدان يتكلمنا على الفريق اللي نلعبوا اليوم، لانه تلعب في تنزانيا. ليونغ افريكا فريق تقريبا عنده منذ 7/12 يعني منذ ديسمبر لم يخسر اي مباراه، صحيح خسر امام الهلال، خسر مباراتين من قبل، بعدين ما خسر ولا مباراه
مع الهلال في دور المجموعات،
فاز ست انتصارات، 2 في دور المجموعات، تعادل مباراه،
لكن خسر من الهلال في هذه البطوله،
كسب اخر مباراه 3،
خسر من الهلال في هذه البطوله في ملعبه،
ولكن اخر مباراه نتكلم لك، اخر مباراه لم يخسر، وكانت امام المولوديه، يعني الفوز في المولوديه، وخسر امام الهلال على ارضيه ملعبه. منذ ذلك المباراه لم يخسر اي مباراه، تحسن عندما تشوف طريقه لعب. وفي الربع مباراه الاخيره لعب بنفس التشكيله 4-1-4 لانه قوته هي في وسط الميدان. التحولات يعني قوته في وسط الميدان، عنده لاعبين اثنين مهمين جدا خاصه في التحول. نتكلم على اوتشو كلاعب امام الدفاع، نتكلم على يحيى، ونتكلم على عزيزكي. هذا الثلاثي يصنع جمل تكتيكيه في التحركات وفي صناعه اللعب. واحد ينزل، يحيى دائما ينزل لكي يحضر، اوتشو يمشي على الطرف، وعزيزكي يصبح صانع العاب. لاعبين زوزوا ومزيز، هذو اللاعبين دائما يدخلوا الى عمق الملعب لكي يتركوا الاطراف من يستغلهم؟ شوماري وايزاكا يصبحوا كجناحين. وهذو اللاعبين، وهذه هي نقطة قوة في نفس الوقت نقطة ضعف. لماذا تكلمنا على نقطة ضعف الدفاع؟ لماذا يتقبلوا أهداف؟ لأن يتركوا ظهرهم عريان مثل ما نقول، يعني دائما المساحات في ظهر لاعبين الأظهرة. لو استغلينا مزياني وبايزيد ومسوسة اللي راح يكون موجود أساسي اليوم،
ولكن مسوسة أدى مباريات جيدة في المرحلة الماضية.
لا، ولكن مسوسة
هو صغير في السن، ولم يتأقلم بشكل جيد على الأجواء الإفريقية. أوكي،
ولهذا نستغله في الشوط الثاني. لو كنت أنا متقدم في النتيجة أو متأخر أو متعادل أو نحتاج إلى ضخ دماء في الهجوم لإعطاء فعالية في الهجوم، لازم لك لاعبين حتى في نصف ساعة الأخير تقدر تصنع الفارق. أول شيء عدم تقبل أهداف، اللعب بتوازن، اللعب المباشر، استغلال المساحات في وسط الميدان والتحول السريع في دار الأظهرة. هذه هي نقطة لازم تعرف كيف تحضر المباراة، تستغل نقاط الضعف للمنافس لكي تهاجم.
تمام. رفيق صيفي طبعا يعني محتاج يكون مدرب فعلا في الفترة القادمة. طب هيثم، نقطة إيجابية بعد كلام رفيق وكلامك حول فريق يانج أفريكان، ضعفه الدفاعي طبعا، 6 أهداف في مرماه، وهو يعتبر من أضعف خطوط الدفاع في الفرق في هذه البطولة حتى الآن. 6 أهداف في مرماه وده رقم كبير. في نفس التوقيت فريق المولودية يمتاز بقوة وصلابة دفاعية، لم يدخل مرماه إلا هدفان.
بالضبط، ده الكلام اللي اتكلمنا فيه في البداية، إنه خد دفاع مولودية، المنظومة الدفاعية
قوية
كاملة، إنه الكومباكت الدفاعي جيد على مستوى كل خطوط الملعب، بتراجع لعيبة الوسط مع مسيوسة ومزياني هجوم جيد، يمتلك السرعات، وعنده خيارات في التسديد في الكرات الثابته، فعنده تنوع في انه
بتحدث عن كيف يتعامل تكتيكيا مع اللقاء.
يتعامل تكتيكيا في انه يضغط على دفاع مولوديه. الضغط على دفاع مولوديه حيستغل الفرص هنا وسرعه التحول مع المهارات الفرديه، قادر يصل لمرمى مولوديه. عنده التسديد من برا، ده طرق من طرق اللعب التكتيكيه اللي انت ممكن تحرز بها هدف. بيجيد عزيزكي جيد جدا في التسديد، جيد جدا في انه بيلعب الون تو والخروج في المساحات الفاضيه، قادر يساعده في انه يحرز اهداف. دفاع مولوديه عليه الحذر واللعب، يعني يلعب دائما من اجل تقليل الاخطاء، يلعب في ينقل الكره لنص النص الملعب الاخر اللي هو نص الشباب التنزاني، لانه هنا في خيارات كثيره. الشباب التنزاني حيجي مباراه وبادر المباراه وهو ضاغط عليك في نص ملعبك، فحيكون محتاج انه يحرز هدف من بدايه المباراه من اجل الدخول لاجواء المباراه.
طيب الظاهرين تحديدا حميدي هو الانسب في المباريات الماضيه، هو لعب المباريات الماضيه، المباراتين السابقتين ومباراه اليوم سريعا.
خالد تفضل. حميدي ممكن لانه فزنا في المباراه الاخيره هو اللي كان اساسي، ولكن انا في مباراه اليوم افضل موالي، لان بالنسبه لي المباراه المرجعيه لمولوديه الجزائر كانت في التيبي مازامبي على ارضيه ميدانه، وكنا افضل في عمليه الضغط، كنا افضل في عمليه افتكاك الكره وفي الاستحواذ على الكره وفي صناعه الفرص، لان التحولات السريعه كانت افضل. مباراة اليوم تحتاج إلى هذه التحولات السريعة، وتحتاج إلى لاعبين خاصة على الأطراف. لازم على الأطراف تدافع جيدا وتستغل الأطراف من الجانب الهجومي، ما تفكرش إلا في الدفاع. لو فكرنا إلا في الدفاع راح نتقبل أهداف. نفكر في الدفاع ونفكر أيضا في افتكاك في الكرة الأولى التي تخرج في اللعب المباشر.
تمام.
هذه هي مهمة. معركة وسط الميدان مهمة جدا في مباراة اليوم، خاصة الأطراف مثل ما تكلمنا.
تمام. شكرا رفيق صيفي، شكرا هيثم مصطفى. إذا بالتوفيق إن شاء الله طبعا فريق مولودية الجزائر في هذه المباراة ليرحق بشقيقه فريق الهلال السوداني بمشيئة الله إلى دور الثمانية. إذا بعد قليل مشاهدينا نتحول إلى أجواء التعليق.
مولودية لعبت جيدة، صحيح تكون نتيجة إيجابية، أهم شيء اليوم صحيح هو التأهل، لأن
best effort. And 1998 was the only year in which they'd made it to the group stages of the rebranded Champions League until the most recent edition. Went further still though, scraping past Belouizdad for second spot in the group stage. On that occasion, a feat they're looking to repeat here. It was their head-to-head against Belouizdad that saw them qualify for the knockouts. Second place, and come up against Mamelodi Sundowns, the mighty Mamelodi Sundowns, inaugural African Football League winners. South African side ultimately knocked Yanga out on penalties in a shootout after neither managed to find the net across two legs in the quarter-final. They'll be looking to avenge that sore exit a little under 12 months ago. To do so, they'll first have to win here. Free kick comes and goes with no real issue. Abdelawi putting his head to the ball, not troubling Jiggy Diarra. Malian goalkeeper was hugely influential in that run to the quarter-finals last year. Missed the 3-0 loss to Belouizdad on match day 1 of the previous group stage. It only conceded 3 goals after returning for match day 2 all the way through to the shootout at the end of the quarter-final. Has let in a few more this time round, but still hugely important, and kept a clean sheet when it really counted last weekend. You can do so here. Well, you wouldn't bet against Yanga scoring at some point. Follow along with the hashtag you just saw there, Total Energies CAFCL. Let us know what you think about the opening 6 minutes. The first effort from Clement Mzize, teed up by Aziz Ki, number 10. Creative outlet again. This time there was no offside flag. Mzize just leaning back a touch. Nicknamed Clementinho, the 21-year-old, turned 21 just a week and a half ago. As said, Aramovic, 45-year-old former goalkeeper, born in Stuttgart in Germany, but chose to play internationally for Bosnia and Herzegovina. He was included in the Bosnian squad on several occasions, never earned himself a cap. Spent time with Wolfsburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach in his early club career. Pretty impressive CV. Moved north, very north, to Tromsø, the Arctic Circle, before deciding he'd perhaps had enough of the cold. Moved on to Turkey, and then Ukraine, Serbia, Norway, Denmark. Interesting club career. Just the two teams he's coached. First 3 years as a manager spent in South Africa with TS Galaxy before joining Yanga in November. Certainly played his part in turning around their fortunes in this Champions League campaign. Job isn't done yet though. Needs another win here. offside, I think, wasn't there. We saw the slow-mo, the knock-on from the head of Clement Mzize. On in the direction of Mzize, making that run down the left again. Combination with Shadrach Boka will be a likely source of creativity for Yanga. Khalid Aucho is keeping things ticking over in the Yanga engine room. Part of the Uganda team that qualified for their first AFCON finals in 38 years. Scored an overhead kick during the qualification process. He's picked out a nice ball to Aziz Ki, who knocks it past Hamidi and tests Abdelatif Ramdan for the first time. I think that was a save rather than a rebound off the near post. I'll have to wait for the replay to be sure, but either way, clearly the first gilt-edged chance for Yanga. First true test for Ramdan. Will there be another to swiftly follow? Well, Akram Burras has gone down, and so is Abdelatif Ramdan. The former gets back to his feet, fairly sharpish. Wouldn't be surprised to see indeed a save from Ramdan. Straight at him, as it was always likely to be from that acute an angle. Nonetheless, good positioning from the keeper. .23 years of age. Brought in from JSK on a free in the summer of 2022. Abdelatif Ramdan has now earned himself the #1 shirt and the undisputed spot as MC Alger's #1. Khaled Ben Yahya hoping he's not forced into a change here. Ramdan is back on his feet as well now, seemingly with no major issues. MC Alger will maybe just look to slow down the tempo. Yanga had been pushing on, building up a head of steam. Algerian side will look to control this one, contain the game. Yanga will try and do exactly the opposite. The more frantic, the more it will be in their favour. That's their style of football, attacking play, where MC Alger are more prone to try and suffocate the game. Perhaps win by a single goal or a couple to make things a little more comfortable. It's an approach that's worked for them many a time. They are former winners, albeit a very long time ago. They were the first Algerian club to win a continental competition, winning the 1976 African Cup of Champions clubs. Their first entry, also their first triumph, beat the then reigning champions, Happy Conakry of Guinea, on penalties after impressively overturning a 3-0 first leg defeat. Have been absent though for a few years. Last played on the continental stage in the 2020-21 Champions League. They were beaten at the quarter-final stage by Wydad. Looking to reach the quarter-finals again here 4 years later. Taking their time as well. Not in any particular rush to throw the ball into the box. Picking their way through. That's a brilliant ball. Rushing onto it was Kibwani Shamari. MC Alger captain though, over to cover. Lovely ball through from Yaya. Looking for the killer pass along the 6-yard line. But Abdelawi threw himself at the ball, as you'd expect from captain and centre-back. Bit of pushing and shoving and grabbing, as is often the case in the box at a corner. He's key, waits patiently to put in an in-swinger. It's into the near post. Not sure if there was a flick or it sailed straight on through, but either way, MC Alger can bring it away. They'll look to counter. This is what Yanga have to be wary of. Metiani skips on. Past, excellent job, and it was ultimately an awful miss hit from Masusa. It's let Yanga off the hook there. They'll be content enough though, at least to retain possession and start again from the back. Cisse locking off Lawi Tabti. But illegally so, in the eyes of the referee. Tiani leaves it to Halaimia. It's a good ball in. To get onto the head of Abdelawi. But decision goes against MC Alger. See Yanga dominating the possession so far. Just the 2 shots to show for it, and at 1 attempt on target. Will there be another here? It was over the top, but couldn't quite knock it on with the same pace. Quickly closed down combination of Bourras and Abdellaoui. Nonetheless, another corner for Yanga. Lifted in by Boca. Midi over to cover. Claims the throw, doesn't get it. We spoke about Yanga's quarter-final pain 12 months ago as Mohamed Ben Kamasa recovers from a slight misstep. The year before, suffered an even more gut-wrenching heartbreak in the Confederation Cup. As mentioned, 18 months ago, furthest they'd ever made it in any continental competition. They'd started out in the Champions League, but were knocked out by Al Hilal, a team at the top of Group A, in the second round of qualifying. Despite having taken the lead in the first leg, Sudanese side turned the tie around, dumped Yanga into the playoff round of the Confederation Cup. Went to fall at the final hurdle twice in a row though. Secured a narrow 1-0 win to reach the Confederation Cup group stage. Stefan Aziz Ki netting the crucial goal in the second leg against Club Africain. From there, they pushed on impressively, topped their group, beat Rivers United 2-0 in the quarters and Marumo Gallants 4-1 in the semis. But it would ultimately be heartbreak against MC Alger's crosstown rivals, USM Alger. Yanga lost the first leg 2-1. Maele levelling things up after they'd conceded the opener, but Uzma scoring again just 2 minutes later. And whilst Yanga won the second leg, Shabani with an early penalty they never found. Another goal, it was a goal they needed as Uzma went on away goals. So close, so far for Yanga. Closest they've come to a continental trophy by some margin. Here in the Champions League, they need a goal again. Not away goals, good old-fashioned points. It's nicely worked down the left-hand side, and a ripple of applause around the stadium. Well, speaking of Al Hilal, we'll keep you up to date with goings on in the other final Group A match. And there has just been a goal. Mazembe taking the lead. Jean Diouf with the opener, a consolation effectively for the Congolese side, but nonetheless, it does change the dynamic of the group rather. As things stand, Al Hilal on 10 points, MC Alger 9, Yanga 8. And MC Alger knowing that a goal, which they could get here, but for some excellent tracking back from Ibrahim Hamad, would move them to the top of the group. Said that Yanga have to be wary of the counter. It was effectively a mistake. A Dixon job playing Messiani onside. Bailed out though by his centre-back partner, Ibrahim Hamad. Such a brave tackle. Had to get it right. Did so perfectly. Aside from the obvious immediate ramifications, reminder that he is 1 yellow away from a suspension. Not afraid to make the tackle. It needed to be made though. Akram Bourras, scorer of the penalty that put MC Alger in pole position in this match. Sousa can't find a way out, and that's a nice ball forwards. Trying to turn inside Prince Dubé, he slipped. There is the Group A live standings. Zembe too little, too late, even if they are to hold on for a first win. Second most successful side in this competition's history. They've had a nightmare group campaign. It will come to an end here, whatever the result. Has his key. He's down, holding his head. Worrying signs. But perhaps Yanga's most important and influential player, certainly in attack. Zalawi helping him back to his feet with a wry smile. There are the travelling fans. Enjoying the Tanzanian sunshine. Quite so warm in Algiers at the moment. Worth the long journey south. Not just for the weather, of course, but the prospect of seeing their side qualify for the knockouts for the first time in quite a few years. They are one of the most successful Algerian clubs. Won the Ligue Professionnelle the 8th time last season. Dominant fashion too, 12 points clear of second place Belouizdad. 8 Algerian Cups to their name as well, one off Belouizdad's record. Not currently top this season, but it is very tight. MCA sit third with 21 points from their first 12 games. 1 point behind Paradou with a game in hand. 3 behind JSK with 2 in hand. Rivals Uzma 1 point behind MCA, a game in hand of their own. In fact, MC Alger in third, down to Kenshela in 8th, covered by just 1 point. They won't be thinking about league matters though at any point in the next couple of hours. Players nor fans focused on the task in hand. And there's another big opportunity with the ball over the top. Sofiane Bayazid beat Diarra to the ball. Malian keeper bailed out by his defenders. Having plenty of joy. The ball's over the top. This time, Kibwana Shamari takes a job with that to ensure Bayazid couldn't pass it into an empty net. Boka, left back, is who knows TP Mazembe quite well. Congolese left back, born in Kinshasa, started out with Mazembe. Joined from another Congolese side though in Santelwa Lupopo in the summer. He's going to have to backtrack again here. That looked offside. Indeed, the flag goes up against Soufiane Bayazid. Playing a high line, Yanga. It's worked on that occasion. It is leaving them with some tricky situations defensively at times. Knocked forwards towards Yaya. Tidied up. Prince Dubé. Sliding tackle from Buras wins the ball back, but only temporarily. MC Alger pinned back as we tick past the half-hour mark. Last time it was Yanga with the ball over the top, heading towards Kennedy Musonda, but too close to Ramdan. Nice idea from Mzize, not quite the execution. Rare piece of possession in recent minutes for MC Alger. Two players hit the deck. Referee's not interested in giving a free kick for either. He will, though, at the third time of asking. There's another MC Alger player ends up lying on the turf. He's key, just catching Ben Kamasa. Sousa trying to dink it over Shamari. Not the tallest, the right back, but great acceleration. It's the first of the ball. Sparked potential counter, but Aziz Ki frustrated with himself. The ball get away from him for playing the right pass. Another goal for TP Mazembe. Elsewhere, 2-0 up now. Al Hilal already secured a spot in the knockouts, but they're leaving the door wide open for MC Alger to nick away top spot. If they can win here, perhaps resting on their laurels slightly, knowing that the Algerian side will be satisfied with a draw. It is very much the B team put out by Florent Ibenge against side he knows very well. Also, Congolese coach taking on his former team. Resting players, no such comforts for either head coach here. Far too important. And the 11 chosen by Seyed Ramovic have earned another corner here. Aziz Ki once again waits to take. Makina Bay was top scorer in last season's Tanzanian Premier League. 21 goals, including 2 hat-tricks. This corner stopped at the near post. it won't even be a chance for another corner instead of free kick for the visitors. It's Kennedy Musonda going for the ball. Soufiane Bayezid best pleased with the contact, but seems to be moving just fine now. Plenty of options on the bench for Sejramovic. Wouldn't be surprised to see Bakam Zazua if he's feeling up to it. Certainly if they need a goal still later on in the match. If they have scored, then Bakary Mohamed-Nieto, Nixon Kibabage, likely candidates to help beef up the defence. For now, though, it's all about attacking. Attack they will. Zize continues his run. Here he is. Can he keep it in? Well, he just about kept it on the pitch initially. It was up and over, and ultimately out for a goal kick on the other side. Well, there has been a roar there. Maybe there was a slight nick on the cross. See again here. Did it take a touch off Ramdan on its way through? Didn't appear to. As we cut back to the live pictures, though, they have won a corner. He wants nearest man a full 10 yards away. Assistant ensures that that is the case. As his key takes again, it doesn't beat the first man. It was Yanga's number 10 with the all-important only goal of the game last weekend against Al Hilal. He's not quite been firing on all cylinders just yet at this point. They have produced some chances though, Yanga, and there's another. Mudatir Yahya, way too much on his shot. Some good work down the left-hand side. That's where they're having most of their joy in this first half. Musonda looking a little isolated as he's key. Still there from the corner. Rise to their feet. An expectation of the opener. See Alger. With another issue for Abdellaoui on his haunches. It's the frustration for the home players and the home crowd. Further valuable seconds tick away. The referee is, to his credit, trying to get the medics on quickly, get us back underway. Be wary of time wasting. We'll certainly have an eye on the away side if it is to remain level. As we return in about 20 or 25 minutes time for the second half. Flying the flag, the away fans. They're almost halfway to the result they need. I hope their captain can continue. Jogs over to the sidelines. It was certainly a loss on match day 5. They did ultimately get the job done and retain a clean sheet against Mazembe, despite the absence of their talisman at the back. I won't want to miss him for any part of this final group game. Ramdan takes the goal kick. We're back underway with just over 5 minutes remaining of this first half. 50% of the possession now. Double the number of shots, just the one on target still. An early attempt from Aziz Ki from a very narrow angle. Luka looks to swing one in early. Can't find a way past Reda Alaimia. Zizé trying to close in on the ball, leaving a little something on Benkamasa. In fact, it was Ayub Ghazala, and he has now also dropped to the turf. Complaints clear to hear from the home fans. It's, I'd say now, about half of the MC Alger team who've required the structure. Said Ramovic deep in conversation. They know what to expect here. They know MC Alger will be fine with a goalless draw. There was a slight collision between Mzize and the MC Alger centre-back, who initially gave Tanzanian a piece of his mind and then decided actually it had rather hurt. He is stretchered off to the byline. Some of the home fans letting Ghazala know what they think of the fact that he's now happily trotting up the touchline, looking to get back involved, but he's not involved yet, and so Yanga have a numerical advantage. Just 3 at the back for MC Alger. Can they make the most of the space? No, is the answer. Mzize, the shot from range. A wasteful one, in truth. Had options to his right. Saw his name in lights. Once again was leaning back. It's gone well over the bar in the end. Not afraid to take on a shot, the young forward. That's what helped him score that brace. And the turnaround 3-1 win against Mazembe. It's going to drop to him here again. That was the right time to shoot, and he's fired it straight into the body of Ghazala. Big claims for a handball. Referee wasn't interested. Now it's Bayezid with the ball down the other end, wiped out by Kibwana Shamari. And surprisingly, he's the latest MC Alger player to stay down. It was a fair collision this time between the right back and the centre forward. See that again. Well, from the reverse angle, certainly appears to hit the trailing arm of Ghazala. Not a lot he could do with that about it. Not a particularly unnatural position, but the arm was slightly away from the body. Did deflect up as well, I think, off his teammates. On the balance of things, be just about the right decision. Free kick punched away by Jiggy Diarra. Only as far as Tabti. Hamidi Sends it forwards onto the chest of Masusa. Tiani switch wings. Sousa lifts it in. It's going to be comfortable for Diarra to claim. Miss hit on his goal kick though. The best piece of distribution. They look to spark a counter-attack of their own. Won't get many opportunities with the opposition sitting so deep so often. Another one from Zizé to chase. Up against Salamia. It'll be a battle that will carry on into the second half, I'm sure. To stoppage time in the first half. There'll be time for one more chance, perhaps. Wait to see just how many minutes there will be added on. Tadrak Boka looks to make the most of the first additional minute. Ignatius down that left-hand side and earns a corner. As he's key straight over to take it and hope for a better delivery than he'd produced thus far. Six to aim at in the middle. Only finds a man in white in Raider Halimia. Turn from Yaya, finds Boka again. It was heading in towards Prince Dubé. Suzu watches on from the sidelines for now. Another delivery headed away by Abdellaoui as he's key. Can't find the space to create anything. By Hamad. Shamari looking to run it. Hamidi. Fullback versus fullback. Finds Musonda. Yanga want the corner. Don't think they've got it. Indeed, it's a goal kick, and that might be curtains for the first half. It won't be. We have confirmation now. 4 minutes were added on. Understandably so, with a number of breaks in play from the Alger players' injury woes. No permanent issues. Plenty of work for the medics to do. Shamari battling away with Labi Tabti. Yanga can bring it away with 1 minute to play before the break. There was time for one more attack, but miss-hit, just like misunderstanding. Saw Khalid Aucho put it out for an MC Alger throw. Side will likely now keep the ball and thus keep themselves in the position they need to be to half-time. Sousa thinks about running at the Yanga defence. chose the safe ball in the end. Before they can take the goal kick, Yanga, the half-time whistle has blown. Deadlock unbroken. At the halfway point, game remains there to be won. Yanga determined to try and win it. Cheeky Diarra not best pleased with something. MC Alger determined to keep a clean sheet, whatever the cost. And so, 45 minutes gone, we remain at Young Africans 0, MC Alger 0. %62% of the possession for Young Africans. Unsurprisingly, dominating the ball. MC Alger sitting deep. 6 shots, but only the 1 on target. It was from a very acute angle. Stefan Aziz Ki produced the only save required so far of Abdelatif Ramdan. They'll have to find a little more creative spark in the second half if they are to break down this resilient MC Alger defence. They need the 1 goal to qualify if they can keep a clean sheet themselves. Join us in about 15 minutes for the second half. free kick. Gain as much territory as he can. Expected to see him at some point. Indeed, Bakum Zuzua. See who the departing players are in due course. Said Ramovic and Khalid Benyaya, each making a change, whether it be enforced or tactical. I feel it's quite possibly the latter in such an important game. His number is up. 25 is the answer. Kennedy Musonda is sacrificed. Zuzua on in his place. Confirm the departing MC Alger player. That information becomes available. But for now, we get back underway. 45 minutes remain for Yanga to find at least one all-important goal. A roar of expectation as Zuzua gets involved the first time to exchange passes with his fellow bleach blonde forward Stefan Aziz Ki. A pair of them will be a handful even for this well-drilled MC Alger defence. In the way this time, Akram Boras. It's going to feel like a very long 45 minutes though for the MC Alger back line. Confirmation of Sonda's departure. Zambian played his part but was a little quiet at times in the first half. And it is Taib Metziani who makes way for Naiji. Zakaria Naiji. Pretty much a straight swap. Winger for winger. Some fresh legs. In the second half, Tiani maybe carrying a slight knock. There were a number of FC Alger players who went down. Hard to remember exactly who did and who didn't. Either way, end of the road for Metziani. He'll hope just for this game and not for this Champions League campaign. See if there'll be a slight change of shape with the introduction of Zuzua. That also basically a straight swap for Musonda. It seems as though Zuzua is playing a more central role, as he's key, having been pushed out wide. Boca gets his delivery all wrong. Had 3 in the middle to aim at. See the tension ratcheting up already, even with most of the second half still remaining, to keep their nerves under control, fulfill the game plan. Very simple game plan that it is, effectively. Score however you do it. Find a goal from somewhere. Nicely worked. Here's Aziz Ki. Runs straight into Zakaria Naiji. Masusa goes down, wins a free kick. Every little helps. FC Alger pleased to push up the pitch. Kill a few seconds. They'll be taking their time wherever possible from here on out. They've already started doing so, in truth. Now, to hang on to possession, battling away, wins a free kick as well. Zuzua has now moved out to the right-hand side. It will be a fairly fluid attacking setup. Zuzua, Aziz Ki, Prince Dubé, switching and swapping, keeping the MC Alger defence guessing. Zize as well, of course. He does seem to stick more thoroughly to the left-hand side. He's in the middle now. Having said that, waiting in the box. Dubé couldn't get the ball across, but does win a corner. Headed away only as far as Shamari. Slightly misses his pass. Zuzua couldn't keep it in. Ivorian winger already thoroughly involved since his entrance at the halfway point. Signing from ASEC Mimosas in his home country, Côte d'Ivoire, about a year and a half ago. And previously spent time in Czechia with Sparta Prague and Latvia before returning to Africa. A couple of years with ASEC. Once again, there is the hashtag Total Energies CAFCL. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on, what you thought of the first half. Sent forwards by Boca. Yaya back to Alcho. Suzu has dropped deep to get involved. Gives the ball away though. This is where MC Alger will flood forwards, at least in small numbers. 4 of them straight on the front foot. They want to take advantage of these counter-attacking opportunities, kill the game off. So it would be even harder for Yanga if they are to concede. MC Alger would thoroughly shut up shop if they can get one themselves. Drilled low by Alcho in the direction of the MC Alger area. There's no one there to receive the ball. Did very much a lone figure, half-heartedly pressing from the front. No real support behind him. And back behind the ball, conserving its energy for those counter-attacks. Knocked forwards by Yaya. Run on through to Ramdan, who will ensure that Prince Dubé expends a little more energy, running over and forcing him to dive on the ball. And of course, killing off a few seconds in the process. Visitors trying to put together a nice passing move in the way with Reda Halaimia, and he will earn himself the first booking of the game. Surprising in a way it's taken this long into the second half. Not afraid of employing some dark arts the away side. Halaimia blocking off that throw. He's the first to see the referee, Patrice Milizar, produce a yellow. Another change. Just 10 minutes into the second half. Sees Amin Mesousa sacrificed, turned down for a handshake by the referee. And Delors, the man to come on in his place. Not a bad option to be able to bring on. French-born Algerian international is MC Alger's top scorer this season. In the top 10 in the entire Algerian Ligue 1. All he can do though for now is watch on as his side defend. Defend they did though from what looked one of their trickier situations. Offside flag up at the other end. Tight call. Bayezid has moved out to the left. It appeared to make way for Andy Delors in the middle, the number 9, fulfilling the traditional role of his number. A Ligue 1 journeyman, French Ligue 1 that is, not Algerian. Made about 300 appearances for clubs including Nice, Nantes, Montpellier, Toulouse, amongst others. Plenty of goals across that time. And moved on to Qatar after after about 6 months there. Decided he'd had enough. Went 7 months without a club. Joining in September. Still not panicking as yet, Yanga. Got over half an hour to go. That takes a little too long over his pass. There are the standings once again. We're seeing them because there's been a third goal in Kinshasa, and yet again it's TP Mazembe 3-0 up now against the group leaders. They've finally got up and running, but far too late in this group stage. Showing the football we always knew they were capable of. Get them anywhere, not even up to third. As many goals as they'd scored in the previous 5 matches in the space of a little over half an hour. Extraordinary. Yanga don't need 3. Need 1. Can they get it here? As he's key. A smart pass to Zuzua. And shot blocked. Zuzua again. Zuzua, who's come a little more central, allowed Zuzua to move to the left-hand side. Indeed, a very fluid attacking setup. Who doesn't quite find its way through to Andy Delort. Yanga quickly back in possession. MC Alger quickly back into their low block. Zuzua. Almost an inadvertent 1-2 with Ayub Ghazala. Jobs attempted through, ball cut out, straight on his bike to backtrack. He's pretty quick, Dixon Job. Not the tallest, certainly not by centre-back terms, not even 1.7 metres. He makes it work. Your traditional centre-back by any means. A leader, despite only being 24. The captaincy for a while. Made his Tanzania debut as a teenager. Scored his first and only international goal against Somalia in 2022. Stretcher brought out once again for MC Alger. Money's worth out of the medics today, that's for sure. IG goes for the 1-2 with Buras. Return pass wasn't up to scratch. It's over the head of Zuzua, who is everywhere. Back on the right wing now. introduction has helped, I think. Creativity in the final third for Yanga. I'm not sure you could exactly say they're knocking on the door just yet, but finding some slightly different routes to it than they were in the first half. Frustrated later on. And a free kick here into the final third. It's taken quickly. Boca wants to switch it to Aziz Ki. Shamari can keep it alive. Aziz Ki can't keep possession. Ball from Tabti. A little behind Andy Delors. Possession continues to stretch out. Almost 2/3 of it now. Yanga haven't added an attempt to their tally yet, though, since the restart. Neither side produced a shot in the second half. See how successfully MC Alger have broken up the play. First 64 minutes of the game. The ball has only been in play for 35 of them. Yanga, to their credit, keeping their heads. Diarra, effectively a sweeper keeper at this point. Hasn't had too much work to do. Down the other end, Ramdan does have a bit of work to do. Quickly off his line though. Importantly so, with Mzize closing in. We cut back from the replay. Ball has gone the length of the pitch and possession has been reclaimed by Yanga. After that, he puts it out.